after we pass a roll like we did right now. Okay. Let's start. So yesterday we were analyzing a bit of first conditional. We were also reviewing some vocabulary between the schools in the US and the schools in the UK. So according to that, let's see, what can you remember? Maybe anybody can tell me a difference, for example, between the US and the UK. When a children is age between 2 to 5 or 2 to 6, where is it called where they go study in the US?
In kindergarten.
That's right, kindergarten. And in the UK?
Nursery.
That's right, nursery. How about a kid that is from 5 to 11, around that, or 13?
Primary.
In the UK is primary, and in the US?
Elementary.
Elementary, that's right. Okay. How do they divide? Well, if I say that a school is paid for by the government, what does that mean? I say this school is paid for by the government. What kind of a school is that?
A state school.
A state school, that's right. And if I say, well, in this high school or in this school, parents need to pay for their kids. What is that called?
Private
Private.
school.
Friends.
That's right, it's a private school. Now, those are some of the basic of what we saw yesterday. We also saw conditionals, but it's specifically the first conditional that involves present and future with will. So, to establish a conditional, we need what the word says, a condition. We need something to happen in order to give us a result. So I can borrow the just enter. Okay. So in this case, that we need a condition, I say, for example, I will go to the gym if I have enough money. My condition is having money. I need the money in order to go to the gym. And the if is going to help us connect these two ideas, okay? That is what a first conditional basically is. It's called a conditional because it establishes a condition for us to have a result, for something to happen, right? So let me see. For the first participation today, I'll give you 3 minutes and I want you to give me a sentence in first conditional. So affirmative, negative, whatever, but I want a first conditional sentence. Okay? It doesn't have to take too long. It's just one sentence. So 3 minutes should be fine. Remember the structure for conditional. I'm going to show you just real quick. Okay, so this is the first conditional. We talk about possibilities in the present or the future, and it uses if, also future with will, and present simple, okay? So you got, sorry, it's really cold, and when it's cold, I get really Johnny, but I'm awake. You have 2 minutes to get your conditional ready, and I will call you, and you have to tell me your statement with the conditional, okay? That is for today's participation. One minute. Okay, ready? Yes? Okay, so let's go. Miss Emily, Miss Almendaris, tell me your statement in the first conditional. Miss Almendaris, hello. Okay, let's move on. Gretel, can you help me out? What is your idea?
Yes. If he saves enough money, he will be able to travel abroad next year.
Abroad. Good job.
Yes.
Could you please lower your camera? I only see your forehead. Okay. Thank you. Mr. Arellano, tell me your statement. Mr. Arellano, hello. Okay, Mr. Wilson, go ahead.
Okay. If I win the lottery, I will buy a new car.
Good job. Thank you. Yes, Emily, Miss Almendaris, tell me.
Okay, they will have to wear a mask when enter the hospital.
Okay. Nice. Brian, Mr. Campoverde, go ahead.
If it doesn't rain tomorrow, we'll go to the beach.
Perfect, thank you. Miss Nereida,
Hello, Miss. If you drop that glass, it will break.
can you repeat, please?
If you drop that glass, it will break.
Break, okay, thank you. Good job. Melanie Carrion,
If you study hard, you will learn the exam.
you will learn the exam
Ajá.
or you will pass.
Oh, yeah.
You will pass the exam, okay. Thank you. Miss Bellacobo, go ahead.
If he saves money, he can buy a new car.
Okay. Thank you. Helen Garcia. Helen.
Miss,
Uh-huh.
I may finish that letter if I have time.
Could you repeat?
I may finish that letter if I have time.
That's right. Good job. Okay. Thank you. Emily Gonzalez. Your example, please.
Okay. If the class finish, I will do my homework.
If the class finishes,
Finish it. I will do my homework.
perfect. Thank you. Miss Dana Gonzalez.
Okay, miss, we'll have a picnic when the weather is nice.
Okay. Thank you. Miss Angelica Herrera.
If you don't leave immediately, I will call the police.
Okay, let's repeat pronunciation immediately.
Immediately.
Yes. Good job. Thank you. Mr. Diego Luna.
Yes, teacher. If I eat a lot at the night, I will wake up very full the next day.
Okay, good job. Just not at the night, at night directly. Okay. Thank you. Mr. Pablo Manitio.
Okay. If I miss work, I won't have any money to spend.
Good job. Thank you. Noemi Mieles. Go ahead.
If I finish my work, I'll watch TikTok.
Perfect. Andrea Moreno.
If my brother is late again, I will be mad.
Good job. Okay. Miss Evelyn Palma.
If you buy my shoes for me, I will be able to go to the park with you.
To the party. Okay. Thank you. Mr. Oscar Pavón. Mr. Oscar. Hello. No. Miss Emily Valareso.
If I finish my work early, I will go to movies tonight.
To the movies. Perfect. Okay, guys, thank you so much. So that is when we look at what is the first conditional.
Miss,
Yes,
Miss, can you hear me, Miss?
yes, now I can.
Okay, Miss. Uh, if I have if I have time tomorrow, I will help you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so let's go with our platform. So the unit 7B, that is the one that we're gonna do today, is about centering on second conditional. So you already saw first, now we're going to analyze the second one. Now, I have a couple of questions here, but those are based on an image that we don't have. So we are going to move on to the first activity. Okay. Now for this activity, we are going to read an article. This article has 4 people. The question is, how many of these people would like to leave home? And obviously you have to put 1 to 4, okay? So please read it. Read it not only to answer the question, but also because I will ask you questions, okay? So just read the experiences or the opinions, and then I will ask you some questions. Okay, so for that, I think 5 minutes is more than enough because I will call you. And it's 4 parts, so I think 5 minutes is fine. Okay, you have 5 minutes? Okay, perfect. So let's go on to the answer for our activity. Now, let's see. Miss Almendaris, how many people would like to leave their home?
Number one, but
How many people?
how many? 1, 3, 4.
Total, how many? One person, two people, three people, four people, how many?
3 people.
Three people. Thank you. Now, Miss Gretel, who are the people that want to leave their home?
Viviane and Carlos.
Viviane and Carlos, but we say it was
Yes.
three people. So who is the other person?
Andrea.
Okay. Vivian, Carlos, and Andrea. You think so? Let's see with Mr. Wilson. Why does Vivian want to leave home?
In Canada?
No. Vivian, why does she want to leave home?
Estoy ocupado. Okay, yeah, pictures, yeah.
We said there was three people that wanted to leave home. So one was Vivian, the other one was Carlos, and the other one was Andrea. They want to move out. Okay. Why, in Vivian's case, why does she want to go? Why? What is the reason?
No se muda porque because he doesn't have money.
Yes, why does she want to leave? Why? She's in a place right now. She wants to go to a different place. Why? ¿Por qué? Why does she want to go? That is my question.
Because he can he wants.
Because she can do what she wants. Correct. Thank you. Because she has freedom, she can do whatever she wants. She can have her furniture and 1,000 other things that she wants. Thank you. Now, you mentioned also Andrea. So, Mr. Brian, why does Andrea want to go?
Because her parents are good to her.
So she wants to leave because her parents are good.
I thought you said that why she doesn't want to go.
No, why does she want to go?
Because she thinks that it's I mean she's 29, so she thinks that is already time to leave.
That's right. Good job. She wants to become independent. Okay, Miss Nereida, we also mentioned Carlos. Why does Carlos want to leave?
Okay, because I get along with even better. I didn't live at home.
No. Why does he want to go? He says, I'd love to move out. I get well with my parents, so he is okay with the parents. If if he didn't get along with the parents, he would leave, but that's not the case. So why does he want to go?
Because your mother drives you mad.
Because his mother drive him mad.
Yes.
Okay, that's right. And also because he wants a dog, but the mom is allergic.
Yes, está bien.
Thank you. Now, Miss Melanie Carrion, what happened with Marcos? Does he want to leave or not? Hello?
Yes.
He wants to leave. Hello? He wants to leave or he's okay where he is? Miss Carrion?
He wants to leave.
Marco is okay where he lives or he wants to go to a different place? Wants to move? No? Okay, maybe Bella can help us. Bella, Marco wants to go or he's okay where he lives? Hello, Bella.
Yes.
Answer my question, please. Bella, is Marco okay with where he lives or he wants to go?
No.
No what?
He wants to stay at home.
He wants to stay at home, that's right. Okay. Thank you. Next one, Miss Helen Garcia. Miss Helen, why he likes being home? Miss Garcia.
Sí, yes. Because he has a dog they want, he doesn't pay rent.
Okay, he doesn't pay rent and his mother does what?
Housework.
Housework, that's right. She cleans, she cooks. Okay, thank you so much. That's right. So, let's move on with our next activity. I only have, wait a second. Okay, that is more accurate. Okay, perfect. Okay, again, we already read, we already analyzed, so just put on the words where it's accordingly to what it says. Number one is not happy living at home because of family conflict, so fights, or they don't get along well. Thinks her parents think of him or her as being a teenager, so probably not a lot of freedom, all of that. Thinks that the advantages of living at home is not having to do any work, and would like to be able to decorate his or her home with his or her own taste. So 3 minutes for that. We already analyzed, so you know the answers. Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, you should be finishing up. Okay, so Miss Emily and Dana Gonzalez, get ready. Okay, so Emily Gonzalez, number one, what is the answer? Read the full statement, please.
Okay, miss. Is not happy living at home because of family conflict. Is Carlos.
That's right. Thank you. Miss Dana.
Okay, Miss Thing, her parent think of him, her as still being a teenager is Andrea.
Andrea, okay. Thank you so much. Let's go with Miss Angelica Herrera. Number 3.
Thinks that the advantage of living at home is not having to do any work. Marco, it's Marco.
That's right, Marco. Nice. And Mr. Diego, number 4.
Yes, teacher. Would like to be able to decorate her home in her own taste, Vivian.
That's right, Vivian. Remember that there's a difference between Vivian and Vivian. Okay. Okay, nice. So we see that they had their own conditions. So in their own statements, in their stories, when they were speaking, for this one, let's go to the next activity. Okay. Let me show you here. Okay. So what is in yellow are the conditionals. If I had the money, I would move out. If it was my place, I'd be happy to do the cleaning. If I live on my own, I have to pay rent, and so on and so forth. Okay, those are the second conditionals. Now, for the conditionals, we have here the structure and we have what it might refer to. The highlighted, this is an analysis, so the highlighted version, the parts in yellow, in which tense are they? What tense is the other part of that sentence? So I will give you 3 minutes with an extension to 5, so you can do this. Remember that we are analyzing second conditional right now. Yesterday we checked first. Two minutes. Twenty seconds. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Mr. Diego Luna,
Yes, teacher.
in the highlighted phrases, what is the tense that the verb is in after the if?
The past simple.
That's right. Okay. Mr. Pablo Manitio, the phrases refer to
The phrases refer to a situation that are imagining.
imagining that they are
Imagining.
That's
Sorry.
right.
Thank you.
No problem. Miss Noemi Mieles,
Yes, miss.
what tense is the other verb?
The conditional form will pass infinitive.
Plus infinitive, that's right. Okay, so we have like the half of the sentence that is in past simple, and then we have the other sentence that is would plus infinitive. Infinitive is what we can also call base form, okay? And this conditional is specifically for things that we imagine. If this thing happened, I would. It's a possibility that if this condition happens, I would be doing these other things, okay? Nice. Let me check that everybody's done. So Mr. Diego, Miss Melanie, and Miss Noemi, and Miss Gretel, please finish the activity.
We have finished.
You finished? Okay, perfect. Now, let's move on to the next activity. For this one, oh, this is our one. Okay. Wait a sec. Okay, here we are. Now, first or second conditional. You're going to complete with the correct form of the verb right here, analyzing here. Remember, first conditional is simple present and future with will. Second conditional is past, simple past, plus would and infinitive. So this one is a little bit more extensive. So I will give you 10 minutes and I will switch so I can project the characteristics of the first and second conditional while you work, okay? Let me put first and second conditional. Okay. Okay, so this is a guide for you, and then I will be waiting. Remember, please, the contractions, use the correct apostrophe. Remember to don't leave too many spaces, upper cases, lower cases, all those things, please take them into account while you work. 5 minutes. Let me see if you guys have finished. No, okay. Three minutes. I have Melanie, Angelica, Pablo, Nereida, Emily, Almendares, Emily González, Oscar, Diego, Gretel, Andrea, Dana, Bella, Emily, everybody else. Please work on it. Okay, let's see. I have Miss Herrera, Wilson, Brian, Noemi, and Helen. How much time do you guys need? Brian, Noemi, Helen, how much time?
I finished.
Finish.
Okay. Okay. Angelica and Wilson, how much time?
2 minutes, miss.
Okay. So, while we wait for that, let's review pronunciation, okay? Let me show you. Okay, so my kids, sorry, earlier, if they didn't go to bed so late, where you, if you go to university, if you make dinner, the washing up. If you space your job, what will you do? We wouldn't have a dog if we, a garden. How will you get to work if you, your car? If we sit in the shade, we sunburned. Sunburned, okay? If you could change one thing in your life, what it, okay? He won't be able to pay next month rent if he a job soon. If she had a job, she so late every night. Okay, let's see if you guys finish so we can move on. Angelica, you done? Okay. Let me see. Okay, so let's go. For this one, I'm going to need Miss Andrea Moreno.
Yes,
Go ahead, number 1, please.
my kids, my kids would get up earlier if they didn't go to bed so late.
That's right. Thank you. Good job. Miss Evelyn Palma, number 2.
Where will you live if you go to university?
Good job. Thank you. Mr. Oscar.
Miss, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, miss. If you make dinner, I will do the washing up.
That's right. Thank you. Good job. Miss Emily Valareso.
If you lose your job, what will you do?
Perfect. Next. Miss Carrion, Melanie.
We won't have a dog if we didn't have at the garden.
Thank you. Didn't have. Okay, thank you. Let's go. Miss Emily Almendaris, number 6.
You
get to work if you sell your car?
That's right. You sell your car. Next one, Gretel. Gretel. Gretel, are you here? No? If not, let's move on.
Yes, miss.
here.
Hello. Go, number 7.
Yeah. If we sit in the shade, we won't get sunburned.
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 Remember that it's not sun, it's sun. Sunburn. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's go with Mr. Wilson.
Number 8.
Uh-huh.
If you could change on one thing in your life, what would
What else?
it be?
That's right.
It be.
What would it be? Thank you. Now this is a structure of a question. So what, would, subjects, and verb. Okay, remember that the structure of a question is different than in a sentence. Thank you so much. Let's go with Mr. Brian. Last but not, well, no, not yet. Number 9, Mr. Brian.
He won't be able to pay next month's rent if he doesn't find a job soon.
That's right. Thank you. Doesn't find. Nice. Okay. Miss Nereida, last but not least.
If she has a job, she couldn't stay up too late every night.
She couldn't or she wouldn't?
Wouldn't.
That's right. She wouldn't stay up. Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. Now let's go on. Yes?
Miss Angela, one question, and 7, 9, 10.
Okay, that's Miss Melanie.
Yes, Melanie Carrion.
Yes, 1 second. While I'm checking this, let's move on to the next one, please, so we don't spend time unnecessarily. Okay, so for this one, you're going to complete the correct preposition in or on. Okay, let me just fix what Miss Melanie said, and then I will help you out. Okay, Miss Melanie, for this one, number 5, it's not well spelled, so that is a mistake. Number 7, it's correct, it's just you didn't use the appropriate apostrophe, so that's 1. We won't be use blah, blah, blah. So number 9 is uppercase. That is a mistake you did. I told you no uppercase, no lowercase. And number 10 wouldn't stay up. Well, those two wouldn't stay up. So number 10 and number 7 are, I'm going to help you with that. But everything else is your own mistake. Therefore, I can give you points for that. Mhm. Okay, done. Okay.
Thank you, Miss.
No problem. Okay. Let's see who entered the activity. Okay. Okay, just to support you with that activity. There you go. I'll give you 3 more minutes so we can check. You should all be finishing by now. Let's see. Okay, Mr. Pablo, Miss Angelica, Oscar, Miss Emilia Armendariz, how much time do you need? Are you guys done? Finished? I have Angelica, Oscar, and Emily still working on it.
Yes, I finished.
Okay, thank you. Emily and Melanie, please hurry. Emily, how much time do you need? Okay. Okay, so while you guys finish that one, let's check pronunciation. So we have on and in. For this one, you were supposed to select the correct preposition. Now, I live on or in the country surrounded by fields. I live in or on the outskirts of Oxford. For about 5 miles from the center, I live a village. I live in Adelsberg, a small town, the East Coast. I live the second floor of a large block of flats. Okay? I live Croydon, a suburb of London, about 10 miles from the city center. No centre, center, okay? Now, that should have been giving you enough time frame to finish. So I'm going to call you so we can answer this. Okay, so right now I need to work with Miss Nereida. Miss Nereida, tell me. Number 1.
I live in the country surrounded by
Fields. Good job. Miss Melanie Carrillo, number 2.
I live on the working of Oxford, about 5 miles for the center.
Okay, pronunciation. I live on the outskirts.
Outskirts.
No scores.
yeah.
Outskirts
Outskirts
of Oxford.
of Oxford.
About 5 miles from the center.
About 5 miles from the center.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Bella, number 3, please.
I live in a village.
No live, live. I live.
I live in a village.
Thank you. Good job. Miss Helen.
Yes. I live in Alderburg,
Mm-hmm.
a small town
Town.
on the East Coast.
On the East Coast.
On
Pronunciation
the
again.
East Coast.
I live in Alderburg, a small town on the East Coast.
I live in Alderburg, a small town on the East Coast.
That's right, a small town, not town, town.
Town.
Yes.
A small town.
Yes, thank you. Miss Emily Gonzalez, number 5.
Okay, Miss. Number 5. I live on the second floor of a large block of flats.
Perfect, good job. Next, Dana Gonzalez, last but not least.
I live in Croydon, a
Suburb.
of London, about 10 miles from the city center.
That's right, good job. Thank you. Okay, so that is what we have for conditionals. Now we are going to look at some images right here. Okay. These images are of a house called Trachelbowski, something like that. Okay, and these are 3 areas of the house. Okay, we have, obviously, this is regarding somebody important. So these 3 places, which one was a place where he composed? So he wrote. Where was the place where he wrote the letters? And what was his favorite place? Okay. Let me check that we are not missing anything, because that seems like we have. Let me see. Okay. Okay, yes. Skipped one. Okay. I was saying, where did we go that far? Okay. My mistake. So, before we do that one, open this one, please. This is a second A. The word bank second A match the words with the pictures. So right here we have the pictures of the houses, you see? And then we have some vocabulary: balcony, basement, entrance, ground floor, top floor, chimney, gate, path, roof, step, terrace or patio, and wall. Okay, so balcony is basically where it's a balcony. You know what a balcony is where it's on the top floor and you can look down from there. A basement is in the subfloor. An entrance is where you enter the house. Ground floor is what in Spanish we call the first floor. Top floor is the higher floor. Okay, then you have the chimney. I don't know if you have seen the Christmas movies with the chimney and the fire and all that. You have the gate, so when it's closed, that's a gate. You have a path that is like a way where you can walk. The roof is what covers the house. The steps where are like a small stairs in which you go up, okay? The terrace is not a balcony because it's not on the top floor, it's on the lower, but it still is similar to a balcony or a patio. And the wall, this is a wall. That is a wall, okay? So please, let's work on this one. This should be fast. It's not that complicated. Hello guys, I only see Emily Valareso, Pablo, Emily Armendaris, Dana, you guys working on this, so. Okay, so you should be finishing. Let's see. Let's go. So, Miss Dana Gonzalez, number 1, please. Balcony. What number is balcony?
Balcony number 2.
That's right. Thank you. Let's go with Miss Angelica Herrera, basement. Yes? Number 5, that's right. Sorry, it's a bit loud. I couldn't hear very well. Thank you. Mr. Diego, entrance.
Entrance is number 3.
That's right, good job. Thank you. Mr. Pablo Manitio.
Okay, the ground floor is number 4.
Good job, that's right. Then Miss Noemi, Miss Mieles, top floor.
Top floor is number 1.
Thank you. Good job. Now let's go for the second one. Andrea, Miss Andrea Moreno, chimney.
Chimney is 1.
Is number 1. Okay. Thank you. Good job. Evelyn. Miss Palma.
Yes.
Great.
7.
Gate is number 7, please.
Gate is number 7.
That's right. You see, it sounds beautiful when we speak in English. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Oscar. Pat.
It's number 5.
That's right. Thank you. Miss Emily Valareso.
Yes, miss. What is the number?
Roof.
Roof. And number 2 is roof.
Thank you so much. Miss Emily Almendaris, steps.
Steps number 4.
That's right, correct. Now, Miss Gretel, terrace patio.
Number 3.
Terrace or patio is number. Full sentence, please. Gretel, full sentence.
The terrace patio is number 3.
Good job, thank you so much. Mr. Wilson, last but not least, wall. Mr. Wilson.
Wall is number 6.
Thank you. Okay. Nice. So now we can go for, oh, it minimized. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. So we are going to go ahead. This one is where we were. Let me just verify real quick. Okay, now we're going to move on to this one. But this is regarding reading. Before we head out onto reading, let me see. Writing. Here we are. Okay. Okay. Nice. So far we have analyzed the second conditional. We know now that the second conditional is made up of if, past simple, would or wouldn't, and infinitive. Now, we got some examples, right? If I could do this, then I go, okay? Now, here we have a prompt. If I'd leave, if I won, if I could choose, blah, 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 blah. So I am going to give you 10 minutes and I want you to use these prompts, so these, and complete with your answer. For example, for me, Miss Jocelyn, I would say, if I could live anywhere in my town or in my city, I would live in Urdesa. Okay, that is my sentence. If I won a dream holiday in a competition, I would go to South Korea, for example. Okay, so complete these ones with your information and I will ask you and then you tell me what is your answer for either one, okay? So let's work on this. After that, we are going to go for our next part, that is reading, okay? And then we practice more speaking. But for now, let's focus on this prompt. I'll give you 10 minutes, okay? So you can think of your answers and then I will call you. Everybody ready? Yes? You finished? You have your answers? Or do you need more time?
More time.
Okay. From the 10 minutes, you have 5, okay? Everyone ready now? Yes? Can I start calling you guys? Yes? Okay. So, let's see. Mr. Brian Campoverde,
Yes, miss.
if you could choose your ideal job, which one would it be?
Maybe a soccer player or a musician.
Okay, but answer to me with the conditionals,
Yes.
or if I could choose.
If I could choose my ideal job, I'd be a musician.
Musician, thank you. Good job, thank you. Miss Nereida, if you had more time, what would you learn?
If I had more time, I'd learn another language, for example, French.
Oh, nice, good job. I work with French teachers. It's a beautiful language. Thank you. Okay, so Miss Melanie Carrion, are you here? Miss Carrion.
Yes.
Miss Carrion, if you had to go abroad for work, where would you like to go? Miss Carrion, hello. Miss Carrion. Okay, let's move on. Bella,
Yes.
hello, Miss Bella. If you had to go abroad for work, where would you like to go?
I will go to
Full
Barcelona.
sentence. If I had.
If I have to go abroad to work, I will go to España, Barcelona.
Nice, thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Bella. Helen Garcia.
Yes.
Hello, Helen. If you could live anywhere in your town or city, where would you live?
If I could live anywhere in life in Cuenca.
Okay, no live, live. If I
Live
could,
in Cuenca.
okay, so again, if I could live anywhere, repeat please. If I could live anywhere.
Okay. If I live in Cuenca.
Okay, first of all, it says in your town or city. So where are you right now? In that city or in that town? Where? In which place? And I want full sentence. If I could live anywhere in my town or
Okay. If I could live anywhere in my town or city, I live in Cuenca.
Yes, but you said anywhere in my town or city. In the town or city.
In.
Yes,
town.
so if it's Guayaquil, in Guayaquil, Urdesa, Bellavista, South, in my town or city.
In Garzota.
Okay, good job. Thank you so much. Okay, so Miss Emily Gonzalez, are you here?
Yes, Miss.
Hello, so Miss Emily, if you could choose your ideal job, what would it be?
If I could choose my ideal job, I'll be.
I'd, remember that I'll is I will, and I'd is I would. So I'd be.
I'd be
Yes.
I don't know how do you say azafata in English.
Oh, forgot. I think it's no, stewardess is like a waitress. Is oh my god, I forgot. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yes, stewardess.
Okay, I'd be a stewardess.
You'd be a stewardess. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Now, Miss Dana. Miss Dana Gonzalez, hello. If you won a dream holiday in a competition, where would you go?
If I won a dream holiday in a competition, I go to the Paris.
To Paris.
Paris.
Not to the two Paris. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Angelica Herrera.
Yes.
Okay. If you could choose any car that you liked, which one would you have?
If I could choose any car I like, I have a Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, nice. That's a good car. Cool. Okay. Mr. Diego Luna,
Yes, teacher.
same question. If you could choose any car you liked, which one would you have?
I will have a Mustang Shelby.
Okay, but full sentence, if I could choose.
If I could choose any car I like it, I will have Ford Mustang Shelby.
Nice. Okay, thank you. Mr. Pablo Manitio, if you had more time, what would you learn?
Okay, see, if I had more time, I learn another language or practice more English.
Thank you. Good job. Miss Noemi Mieles, if you had to go abroad to work, where would you go?
If I had to go abroad to work, I'd go to Switzerland.
Nice. Europe. Thank you. Miss Andrea Moreno, if you could live anywhere in your town or city, where would you live?
If I could live anywhere on in my town or city, I live in Ceibos.
Nice. Thank you. Evelyn Palma, if you could go abroad to work, where would you go? Miss Palma,
I go to
full sentence. If I had to go.
I have it.
Yes.
I have to go abroad to work. I go to Italy.
Italy. If I. Thank you so much. Mr. Oscar, if you could choose any car you liked, which one would you have?
If I could live anywhere in my town or city, I would live in Quito.
Okay, my question is, if you could choose any car you liked, which one would you have?
Okay. If I could choose my ideal car, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. If I could choose any car I like, I would have chosen a late model car.
Thank you. Good job. Emily Valareso. Miss Emily, if you had more time, what would you learn? Your mic, I cannot hear you.
Sorry. If I have more time, I will learn Norwegian.
Nice. Okay, good job. Anybody that hasn't participated? No? Because I have all checks here. Okay, perfect. Now, let's continue. We have right now to enter what is reading and listening and speaking. Now, today you do have homework, okay? I will explain in detail at the end, but right here you see it says assignment, okay? That is a homework. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more activities right now, and then you have this assignment. It's not a lot, but you can do it over the week or even later today if you have enough time and send it. This is due August. This is open from yesterday until next Sunday. After that, you cannot upload anything. So I'm giving you a lot of time, okay? And it's not that much. But before we enter the reading and listening and speaking, let's do our break, okay? So 15-minute break, and then we come back so we can finish. You may go drink water, to the bathroom, whatever you need to do. Okay, so when the timer is done, we are all back. Okay. Okay, everybody, let's come back. Let's come back. Hello, Angelica, Emily, Noemi, Yair. Come on. Hello, hello. Emily Gonzalez, Emily Valareson, Miss Nereida, Wilson, Pablo, Andrea. Come on. Jair, Brian, Andrea. Hello, okay. So we back. Now, let's continue with what we were working on. So, one sec. Okay, perfect. So, we are going to get into reading. Do you know who was Tchaikovsky and what he did? Let's first start with his house, okay? So, let's go on this one. Let's look at the pictures. Which one do you think shows the place where he composed, the place where he wrote letters, and his favorite place? Okay, just 1, 2, 3. Let's go by that fast. So, Miss Almendaris, where do you think is the place where he composed? Number 1, 2, or 3? Remember that, which one?
Number 3.
Now, where he composed. Remember that composing is connected to music. So creating a piece of a song, a piece of any musical presentation, that is called composing. So where do you think he composed? In number 1, 2, or 3? Miss Almendaris?
I think for 3.
Number 3, I don't think so. Anybody that has a different answer?
Number 2.
That's right, good job. Number 2. Why number 2? Because look here, there's a piano, there is like a sofa, like a mini desk, so it looks like a music room. Nice, thank you. The place where he wrote letters. Can anybody help me? 1, 2, or 3? Where he wrote letters.
Number 3.
That's right. Thank you so much. And last but not least, his favorite place. Number 1. Okay. Nice. Oh, 3. You were right. Sorry. That's right. Where he composed letters is 3. Where he wrote letters is 2. And his favorite place was 1. Okay. No problem. Now, let's see the results. Okay, you guys did it. Perfect. Now, we are going to move on to who is this person that we're talking about? Who is Tchaikovsky? Okay, so please read. We have some vocabulary right here. Tidy, turn into, property, bookcase, overlooking, plain, hanging, and remain. So tidy is organized, something that is organized. Remember when I explained vocabulary, you can take your notes. Okay, tidy is something that is organized. Turn into is when I change something into something else. Property, it's like a house, a car, something you own. That's a property. Bookcase is where you put all the books. For example, sorry. For example, in libraries, you see in libraries, there are a bunch of books stuck up. That is a bookcase, a place where you set up your books. Overlooking, it's like looking at everything. Plain is plain, just straight, just that way. Hanging, it means, for example, I have a chain. I have a stone hanging on my chain, okay? And remain is left. What is left, okay? So for this one, I want you to read so you can answer, obviously, but I will also be asking questions. So I'm going to give you, I will say 10 minutes, okay? We can extend it to 15 if you need it, but 10 minutes I think would be okay. Okay, I see that Emily and Brian have entered and finished. Where is everybody else? Please enter. So 10 minutes, okay? 5 minutes. Let's see who is working on this still. Okay. Okay, okay. Three minutes, guys. Do you want more time or 3 minutes is okay? More time or 3 minutes is okay?
More time.
Okay, so I'll give you the 10 that I told you about. And I'll be right back, okay? So 10 minutes. Just let me go check something real quick.
Miss. Miss.
Okay, guys, we ready? Everybody ready? We had 20 seconds, but I think we are done. Let me check results and then we enter. So let's see. Who's Isa?
Miss, I'm Angelica Herrera.
Herrera. Okay. Eh, okay, thank you. Okay, so I see you guys finished. Thank you. So let's start. For this one, I am going to start with, let me see, with Miss Almendaris. Miss Almendaris, number 1. Okay. In good order. Nice, thank you. Gretel, please. Number 2.
is remain, stay, or continue.
That's right, thank you. Number 3, Mr. Wilson.
Number 3, overlooking, having a view of.
Overlooking, repeat please.
Overlooking, having a view of.
A view of.
View of.
Yes, remember linking words because we have a one syllable word. Okay, thank you so much. Let's go with Brian. Next one, Brian.
Fixed to a wall with a cord hanging.
That's right. Thank you so much. Miss Nereida, number 5.
You're trying to make become.
That's right. Thank you. Now let's go with Melanie Carrion. Melanie, are you here?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
playing with how burning of decoration. Party.
And the next one also?
Playing, huh?
The number
Sí.
7.
Number 7, property is that is always often be some.
Property, something that is owned. Something that is owned by someone. Repeat, please.
Property is owned by someone.
No. Listen, something.
Something
that is owned
that is owned
by someone.
by someone.
That's right.
Thank you.
Okay, I have Gonzalez. Okay, let's continue. Bella, last but not least.
Broadcast a piece of furniture with shelves to keep books in.
Okay, pronunciation, bookcase.
Bookcase.
No boot, book,
Bookcase.
bookcase. A piece of furniture
A piece of furniture
with shelves
with shelves
to keep books in.
to keep books in.
That's right, thank you so much. Okay, so here we have the story of, let me enter full screen. Are we sharing full screen? Let me see. Yes, okay, so right here we are looking at the story of Tchaikovsky, okay? Now, let me move this one sec. Okay, so here we have a bit of his story, okay? And who was he? So my question for Helen Garcia, where did the Tchaikovsky live? Hello, Miss Helen Garcia, are you here?
Yes, repeat please.
Yes, where did Tchaikovsky live at the beginning?
Maidanovo.
Full sentence. Tchaikovsky lived.
Okay. So
Tchaikovsky
lived
in
Maidanov.
In the village of Maidanov.
Okay, in the village of Maidanov.
That's right. Thank you so much. Miss Emily Gonzalez, are you here?
Yes, Miss.
Hello. What was the problem for Mr. Tchaikovsky while living in Maidanovo?
In the summer is full of tourists.
Okay. And so what? It was full of tourists, and what was the problem with that?
It's not quiet, and he once lived in the Pacific city.
In a peaceful city.
A peaceful city.
Okay. So, thank you so much. Miss Dana Gonzalez, are you here?
Yes, Miss.
Where did he found his perfect house? Where did he find his perfect house?
In the small town of Klim.
Okay, and where was this?
It was 85 kilometers northwest of Moscow.
Moscow, northwest of Moscow.
Northwest of Moscow.
Perfect, thank you so much. Miss Angelica Herrera, hello.
Hello.
This place in Clean was very memorable because he wrote something there. What did he wrote? What did he write?
He wrote
His last major work, his Sixth Symphony.
Or what is the other name that this symphony has?
Or the Pathetic.
Okay, nice. Thank you so much. Now, Mr. Diego. Hello.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Mr. Diego, hello. What is the description of the house that he lived in? How was the house?
What is the description?
Yes, describe the house he was living in.
It's a gray wooden house with a green roof. That's lovely. Sarah and Alexis living on the ground floor, and the kitchen and dining room were on the first floor.
Okay, and on the second floor?
And himself living on the second floor, the sitting room and study, where his piano is located, and is the large room in the house, and there is a first place and a bookcase with his music books.
Perfect, that's right. So it's a two-story house, ground floor, top floor. In the ground floor, you have a room for Alexei. Then you have also the kitchen and the dining room. Then you go up in the top floor. There's where Tchaikovsky lived. And then you have the study room where he has the piano and everything, the three pictures that we saw, the fireplace, there's a bookcase, there's his room, okay? Now, let me see. Thank you so much. Mr. Pablo.
Yes, miss.
What was Tchaikovsky feeling, or how did he care about the garden? What did he do for the garden?
Well, he have a great love for his garden.
Okay.
That's because I think for the style of the garden, English style.
Okay, nice. And he loved some flowers. Which ones specifically?
The lilies.
Lilies of the valley, that's right.
Of the valley. Yeah.
Thank you. Miss Mieles, hello.
Yes, miss.
Miss Mieles, after Tchaikovsky died, what happened with his house?
His brother decided to turn it into a museum.
Okay. And what did he do to make it look beautiful?
Yeah, he planted 1,000 of lilies of the valley around the garden.
That's right. Thank you so much. Miss Andrea Moreno, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. After the Bolshevik Revolution, what happened with Tchaikovsky's house?
The house became the property of the state.
But who lived there?
I don't know how to pronounce that name. Doroshevko. Doroshevko lived up there with his family.
That's right. Thank you. Miss Evelyn Palma, hello. Miss Palma, are you here or not? No,
Yes.
okay. Yes?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
hello. Okay. What did Doroncesco do to some things in Tchaikovsky's house?
Please repeat me.
What did Doroncesco do to some things in Tchaikovsky's house?
Right. This.
What? We are in the paragraph before the last one. And my question is, Doroncesco lived in the house during the Bolshevik Revolution. Now, my question is, what did he do to some property? What did he do to some property that was in Tchaikovsky's house? He did something with Tchaikovsky's stuff. What did he do?
He grows letters.
Okay, last time. We are in the paragraph before the last one. The one that says in 1917, after Bolshevik Revolution. That one. My question is, Doroncesco was a person that went to live in Tchaikovsky's house. Tchaikovsky died. Doroncesco during the revolution went to his house and lived there. In that house, there were belongings, objects that were Tchaikovsky's. What did Bolshevik do to those things? That is my question. Okay, thank you so much. Mr. Oscar, can you answer my question?
Yes, maybe people say that he fired shots at the portrait of Pope Innocent hanging in one of the bedrooms.
That's right. So he shot at some portraits that were in the bedroom. So he damaged some property. Okay, thank you so much. After all of these situations, Miss Emily Valareso, hello?
Yes, Miss.
After all of these dying and getting in the house and all of that, what happened with the house?
With the house became the property of the state.
Okay, and when a house is property of the state, can anybody live in the house?
No.
No, that's right. It becomes like a museum. Perfect, thank you so much. Now let's go on to our next activity. For this one, we have listening and speaking. And this is where we finish. And if we have more time, use it to do the homework so you don't have to do it during the week, okay? So let's go.
4.23. 1.
My dream house would be in one of our national parks like Yellowstone or Redwood. It would be totally green. I'd have solar panels and wind turbines, and I'd collect rainwater. The house would be made of wood and would be heated by wood fires. I would try to live off the land as much as possible, and I'd plant vegetables and fruit and maybe have chickens. It would all be organic, with no pesticides or anything like that.
2.
My dream house would be in Paris. It'd be on the top floor of an old apartment building, and I'd have a view of the Eiffel Tower or Notre Dame. It will be full of furniture that I'd found in antiques markets, places like that, and amazing paintings, one of which would turn out to be an undiscovered Picasso or Matisse. There would be a beautiful old dining table and chairs for candlelit dinners. Then all I'd need would be the right person to share it with.
3.
My dream house would be a flat in Soho in New York. It wouldn't be too big. It'd just have a couple of bedrooms and a huge living room with a home cinema. It would be very modern and incredibly practical, with things like automatic temperature control, a kitchen with all the latest gadgets, if possible, a stove that would produce amazing meals on its own. I'm a lazy kind of guy.
4.
If I had to choose where to live, I'd choose Hawaii. So my dream house would be made of glass, with the most amazing view of the beach from every room in the house. And it'd have indoor and outdoor pools. And maybe a tennis court. I'm quite sporty. It would also have a big indoor aquarium. There's something so peaceful about looking at fish. And fabulous bathrooms, of course.
Okay. So you have an idea. Now let's listen again and then we can check.
4.23. 1.
My dream house would be in one of our national parks like Yellowstone or Redwood. It would be totally green. I'd have solar panels and wind turbines, and I'd collect rainwater. The house would be made of wood and would be heated by wood fires. I would try to live off the land as much as possible, and I'd plant vegetables and fruit and maybe have chickens. It would all be organic, with no pesticides or anything like that.
2.
My dream house would be in Paris. It'd be on the top floor of an old apartment building, and I'd have a view of the Eiffel Tower or Notre Dame. It will be full of furniture that I'd found in antiques markets, places like that, and amazing paintings, one of which would turn out to be an undiscovered Picasso or Matisse. There would be a beautiful old dining table and chairs for candlelit dinners. Then all I'd need would be the right person to share it with.
3.
My dream house would be a flat in Soho in New York. It wouldn't be too big. It'd just have a couple of bedrooms and a huge living room with a home cinema. It would be very modern and incredibly practical, with things like automatic temperature control, a kitchen with all the latest gadgets, if possible, a stove that would produce amazing meals on its own. I'm a lazy kind of guy.
4.
If I had to choose where to live, I'd choose Hawaii. So my dream house would be made of glass, with the most amazing view of the beach from every room in the house. And it'd have indoor and outdoor pools. And maybe a tennis court. I'm quite sporty. It would also have a big indoor aquarium. There's something so peaceful about looking at fish. And fabulous bathrooms, of course.
Okay, so let me see, Miss Emily Valareso, which one was the most high-tech? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I think is the 3.
Okay, correct. Now, Miss Emily Almendaris, the most luxurious.
Wow. Number 1.
Which one?
Number 1.
No. Which one was the most luxurious? The one that was the more expensive. Miss Gretel, the most luxurious. Gretel. Okay, let's move on then. Mr. Wilson.
Number 4.
The most luxurious, number 4.
That's right, thank you. The most eco-friendly. Mr. Brian.
Number 1.
That's right. And then last but not least, the most romantic would be 2. Okay. Now, let's go for the next listening. Okay. We are now going to take our notes. Okay. So let's check. Let me see. Okay.
4.23. 1.
My dream house would be in one of our national parks like Yellowstone or Redwood. It would be totally green. I'd have solar panels and wind turbines, and I'd collect rainwater. The house would be made of wood and would be heated by wood fires. I would try to live off the land as much as possible, and I'd plant vegetables and fruit and maybe have chickens. It would all be organic, with no pesticides or anything like that.
2.
My dream house would be in Paris. It'd be on the top floor of an old apartment building, and I'd have a view of the Eiffel Tower or Notre Dame. It will be full of furniture that I'd found in antiques markets, places like that, and amazing paintings, one of which would turn out to be an undiscovered Picasso or Matisse. There would be a beautiful old dining table and chairs for candlelit dinners. Then all I'd need would be the right person to share it with.
3.
My dream house would be a flat in Soho in New York. It wouldn't be too big. It'd just have a couple of bedrooms and a huge living room with a home cinema. It would be very modern and incredibly practical, with things like automatic temperature control, a kitchen with all the latest gadgets, if possible, a stove that would produce amazing meals on its own. I'm a lazy kind of guy.
4.
If I had to choose where to live, I'd choose Hawaii. So my dream house would be made of glass with the most amazing view of the beach from every room in the house. And it'd have indoor and outdoor pools. And maybe a tennis court. I'm quite sporty. It would also have a big indoor aquarium. There's something so peaceful about looking at fish. And fabulous bathrooms, of course.
Okay, so remember, we are listening and we are taking notes because that is what is going to go in the space right here. So let's listen again and then we submit.
4.23. 1.
My dream house would be in one of our national parks like Yellowstone or Redwood. It would be totally green. I'd have solar panels and wind turbines, and I'd collect rainwater. The house would be made of wood and would be heated by wood fires. I would try to live off the land as much as possible, and I'd plant vegetables and fruit and maybe have chickens. It would all be organic, with no pesticides or anything like that.
2.
My dream house would be in Paris. It'd be on the top floor of an old apartment building, and I'd have a view of the Eiffel Tower or Notre Dame. It will be full of furniture that I'd found in antiques markets, places like that, and amazing paintings, one of which would turn out to be an undiscovered Picasso or Matisse. There would be a beautiful old dining table and chairs for candlelit dinners. Then all I'd need would be the right person to share it with.
3.
My dream house would be a flat in Soho in New York. It wouldn't be too big. It'd just have a couple of bedrooms and a huge living room with a home cinema. It would be very modern and incredibly practical, with things like automatic temperature control, a kitchen with all the latest gadgets, if possible, a stove that would produce amazing meals on its own. I'm a lazy kind of guy.
4.
If I had to choose where to live, I'd choose Hawaii. So my dream house would be made of glass, with the most amazing view of the beach from every room in the house. And it'd have indoor and outdoor pools. And maybe a tennis court. I'm quite sporty. It would also have a big indoor aquarium. There's something so peaceful about looking at fish. And fabulous bathrooms, of course.
Okay, so this one I will have to check it later, but basically what I want is the characteristics of each house in order written here, and then I will check, okay? So that is that is what we have from the platform today. Let me remind you that you have homework. I say homework because you're going to do it by yourself, but to be honest, you can do it now because we're finishing early, so you can do this, okay? Now, right here, this is how your unit looks like, okay? And right here, you have your assignment. This writing assignment is what you need to do right now by yourself, okay? In the descriptions that we have had of the houses, you heard them saying, if I could have my dream house, it would be, and then describe, okay? I'm going to write that on the chat for everyone. So if I could have my dream house, it would be, okay? That is how I want you to start your writing. If I could have my dream house, it would be made of glass, it would be made of blah, 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 it would be on Italy, it would be, okay? Remember, second conditional. We are talking with it would. If I could, I would, okay? Now, if I could have my dream house, it would be this, and that, the same structure that what you have in the listening. But you are going to submit it here in this activity where it says, describe your house of flat, write a description of your house of flat for a rental website. Now imagine that is your ideal house or a house that you want to have, and you are going to rent it, okay? For this rental, you need to describe your house. So my house has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, is made of this, it has a bookcase, it has a balcony, all of that. You're going to put it for the rental website. And you are going to upload it, okay? I leave you a space. I think yes, you can see. Here's space, you write about your ideal house, okay? These are just a space, or I would rather you write straight here. Do not upload a document. Just, okay, let me see. Additional files. How does this showcase for you? Well, you can put a file. This is still next week, but you right now is 12:08. We finish at 1, so you can do this right now. and also finish this listening that I have to grade. Okay, so what we just did right now, you have to take notes and you're writing. I'm leaving early, so you can do that right now, okay? Any question, anything? Right now today we have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 participations total. Okay. So anybody that has 5 participations, you got 10. If you got 4, you got, obviously divide 10 points by 5 and then you have 4. So that is that. For example, total participations of today, 5. So if I divide 10 divided by 5, that means each participation is 2 points. I have a person that only participated 4 times, so 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. Everybody else has a 10. Okay, so that is for participation today. I will upload it. You have the link, so you know your grades every day. You know your assistant every day. Okay. Any other question that you have? Anything you want to say or tell me? Because if not, we finish and you may do your other tasks. No? Okay. So thank you so much, guys. Have a great weekend. See you next weekend. Don't forget to complete all of these units that we have seen in case you got late or whatever. Finish everything. Please, we are rushing because on December we have your exam. So don't be absent, be present, participate, okay? And see you next week. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss. Bye, Miss. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Have a great
Bye,
day.
Miss.
Bye.